always do. So you know what time it is. It's game time. And me being Brother Poet, this is one of our first productions, I should say. And so I got to do an introduction with a poem. Lead us not into temptation and deliver us from these fools. You know the ones who make the rules and would have us be their tools. Not satisfied with kidnapping and rape, these folks had to take our pay and made us do things their way, the way of the crazed. You heard of the made man? Well, we're the minds that's been made. Yeah, we've all been played. They got us addicted, afflicted, and tricked. The colonial master mix. And in this mix, God is green. Things happen you ain't ever seen. A new definition of mean. And few believe in dreams. In the 60s, they cracked heads. Now today we have cracked heads. And who the hell is this in our bed? Who has gotten into their head? We must recognize the game and recognize we've all been played. We were once strong warriors. Now we just get sorry. Here in the belly of the beast, while we can barely see as we survive these mean-ass streets. Well, money is a tool that the few use to rule. I pray, lead us not into temptation and deliver us from these fools who play the rule, but lack the knowledge of 12 to use that tool. So destructively the masses are used unless we learn to play too. And to do that, we must learn truth. And that truth will set you mentally free from the chains that beat. The so-called veil will be lifted. The sight will be restored to the gifted. And the lies will be sifted from the real, and we'll all know the deal and know the time. Seeing clear for the very first time. I'm your brother's keeper, and you're mine. Symbols and signs for the conscious mind. Our families, we can't even trace. And our ancestors, we never face. Every nation knows whence they came, and we are old to know the same. Are those who bear the blame of all the horrors that were perpetrated. By all those who participated. And how dare you say we emancipated? We still haven't been compensated. How can anything be proclamated when we don't know who we are? Understand the light of truth, we must return the golden rule. I pray, lead us not into temptation and deliver us from these fools. The sign of life is now of death. So now what's next? What else can we check? The Michelangelo project to paint Jesus white to enhance their psychological plight? Oh, you say don't go there. But I say thus beware. I'll expose chemical and bio warfare. Don't make me go there because I ain't scared. And I'm prepared to tell that the Ankh is the real sign of life. The real geometrical light. Let's fight. Cause and effect. Let's take it to the next. Nigga is the effect of their cause. Check it. So our cause must reverse their effect. This is our focus and our direct. Just to put us on the right way, front line is a mind game. So learn to play and learn the deal. And check what's really real, I appeal. Can you feel me? We taught the world to read. So take heed. I'm going to use the power of the pen to return my people to eminence. And there may be no time for repentance, just time to carry out the sentence. For all those who love truth, know this key, the roots. I pray, lead us not into temptation and deliver us from these fools. Always got to heat us up with a poem to get us started. This is Black Wall Street Empire production. And today, we're going to go into a few subjects, few rare subjects. We're going to go into the subject of, it's pretty hot today, the 1099A. The 1099A is a document that allows us to buy things like houses and cars and other things, pay off debts, and the Treasury pays for it because it's their obligation. We're going to go into discharging debts as well. And let me get my other subject up here. And asset protection. So before we can even go into that, and I'm speaking to my folks primarily, because we've been played, we've been educated, programmed, spells put on us. Malcolm said we've been bamboozled, bushwhacked, all that. So Black Wall Street Empire is dedicated to bringing rare knowledge to our people and empowering our people, bringing our people back to health in every way that we know how. So we're doing it in a myriad of ways. Today we're focusing on financial health. Okay? So, but before I can even get started, I got to give a foundation. Because we all are also historians. We kind of mix this history with law and commerce to bring about a true and proper perspective of this reality we in. So, I usually teach a class on this subject, and when I teach this class or do a consultation when I'm just doing business, I tell folks, because they usually probably got some kind of debt they're trying to get rid of, got some kind of court case they're trying to get rid of, something going on financially adverse in their life about finances. So, or they trying to get some money. So, before we can go even deep into this commerce shit, excuse my language, but it's gonna be raw today, feeling real and raw, and that's how I like to bring it. So I may cuss here and there. So I tell folks, well, or I ask folks, where you come from? Because to make what I'm talking about work, you got to know who you are. So I ask them, oh, who you come from? And I have folks in my classes in their 90s, from the 90s to their late 20s. And so inevitably, most folks tell me, black folks, that they from down south somewhere. Because some say, I'm from Cleveland, I'm from Detroit. I'm like, nah, you ain't from up north. Nah. I'm talking about where Big Mama and them from. Big Daddy and them. Where you really from. And so a lot of folks be telling me, like, like Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Carolinas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, a lot of that southeast, southwest coast, all the way across to Mississippi and Cali, Texas. So to know who you are, you got to know where you come from. So being a historian, when you tell me where Big Mama and them from, I can tell you where your tribe more than likely is from, or what more than likely tribe you are historically affiliated with, and nation. Because you can't know who you are if you don't know who your people are. You are what you do, so what your people do, that's what we are. But historically, we don't know what the hell we used to do, so now we don't know who the hell we are. But I got to take you back home before we can get started. So, Georgia, Florida, for instance, myself, Big Mama always told me I'm a Cherokee. We all Cherokee, our family from the Yamasee Nation. As I grew up and got into history, I found that to be true. We are Cherokee from the Yamasee Nation. She's from down Alabama, Georgia, Florida region. So look at old maps, they show that. So a lot of folks that's from Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Carolina region, that's Cherokee country, or Yamasee country, And so the Cherokee is just a tribe, like a lot of these tribes we popularly know, Cherokee, Comanche, Blackfoot, Creek, Crow, Choctaw, all these different tribes that really come from great nations, though. So I'm tying this to a nation. So all that area down there is like Yamasee Nation.